What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. This is one of those stories that's, garbage for me in many ways because there's so much stuff that goes on every single day. I've spoken about this at length in previous work. You know, when I talk about the enemy of our people being the provocateur, every single day it's a teacher did something, or students did something to white students did something to a black kid, or something inappropriate was done and somebody has to recall something, or they have to recant, or they have to apologize. It's every fucking day, dude. Every damn day. Every day. Like, their evil does not rest. It is their life blood. So when I first saw the H&M thing, I was just like, it's just another thing. It's just, we've seen this before. Where there's an inappropriate ad and oh my God, and and I'm over it. So there's no way we need to respond to that. It's just another thing, because my thing is we don't respond to the individual little shit. We get organized and we create a force that makes it impossible for that shit to ever happen again, because those that perpetrate know that there will be a consequence. That's the big thinking, my people. That's where we got to get to. That's where we got to get to. I always tell you, if you want something you never had before, you got to do shit you never did before. That is the formula for life. If you're sitting and listening to this video right now, if there's anything, capitalize, underscore, highlight the word anything. That means anything you can conjure that you want to achieve in life, or anything that's lacking, or anything anything. Again, go back to that word, anything. I'm giving you the answer on a silver platter. If you want something you never had before, you got to do something you never did before. Hear that? And so, further, as I've expressed to you many times, I've had the opportunity to be on the periphery of the entertainment industry for quite some time. Many of you know that I lived with Vanity for nearly a year, or just over a year, quite frankly. And I offer that as a foundation to say to you that there's rooms that I have been in, people I've met, situations I've been in, that I know how things operate. I know. And so what I know is, it's like I've told you, whenever we've done articles or anything like that, or I do forensic breakdowns of videos and things like that, I always tell you, nothing, because their biggest weapon is that they control the message. They control the conversation. So, as I go blank, so, anytime you see anything on television, I don't care if it's a housefly, that is there on purpose. It's there on purpose. Nothing gets on television that has not been cleared. Nothing gets said on television. You might get on there and say some shit, but you get home and watch it and you be like, they didn't play what I said. You see? Because they're very crafty. When you look at an article, a newspaper article, or something in a magazine, it doesn't matter. There is a writer and an editor. Do you understand? And a publisher. You've got people that have decided what's on that page, how it's on the page, how it will be said, what side of the page it will be on, where it will be, what page, all the shit. So you have a national brand like H&M, and you see a commercial or an ad with this young prince, chocolate and beautiful, divine indeed, being made a mockery of. And I'm going to say allegedly, because I want to say something about this whole monkey reference. But allegedly being mocked. Listen, I've been on movie sets, I've been in television movies, I've been on television. Oh my God, how many times have I been on television? I've been on television probably 6 times. And I've been on sets of videos and things like that. And I'm telling you, the work, you're used to the outcome of work. Most people are. Even when they watch a YouTube video, they just watch it and they want to talk their shit or whatever they want to do. They don't understand what day that person had, what they had to do to set up their lighting and their camera and get ready and all the shit. Then you got to do the video, then you got to do the post-production and all the stuff and ha ha ha. Then you got it's work. It's work. It's work. You know, even the intro that you saw to this video with the music and the Jedi speaks and ha ha ha, that's work. I'm not Spielberg. I'm not John Singleton. I'm not Tyler Perry. You see? But even that's work. So, my point is, when you have something like that, you have fashion designers on the set, fashion consultants, you have stylists, you have lighting people, plus their crew of all the shit, grips and people that hold the lighting meter to you. I mean, it's a lot of people. So there's a lot of people that were in that room. You just see 2 kids. There's a lot that went on for that just to be produced. And certainly if you're advertising a clothing product, you're picking the fabric, what color shows up better on camera, because you have to adjust your lighting to that fabric and that color. Plus he's a chocolate kid, you've got to adjust lighting for him. Because contrary to what most people have been told, it's actually easier to light us than it is to light white people. That's the fucking truth. Because you got to stop them from sort of fading into the background and shit. You see? And most of you know, with the right lighting, we actually reflect the light. So we actually, in some cases, become brighter. How many people have you seen that are stars that you think they're one color, and then you meet them in person, they're actually a little darker than that? You're like, oh. And I'll use a male because, you know, the women, it can be kind of a special effect because the makeup and stuff. But even some of the women, you know, if they're wearing a natural tone makeup, you meet them in person, it's like, oh, they're darker, you know. We reflect light better and we light up better, damn, on camera. The camera loves us. Damn it does. And so all of that had to be done. So they knew what this shirt was saying. So either you had all white people in the room, which still doesn't matter, because in my mind, anything they do is on purpose. So they knew what that shirt said, and that's what they wanted to put out. That's what they wanted to put out. And this isn't their first sort of run-in or offense to African people. One of my good friends likes to shop at H&M. I don't shop at H&M. I'm the dude at the indoor swap meet. You feel me? I'm at the, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't need to, I'm not at the mall and all that kind of junk, you know. So this was on purpose. And even if you had African people that may have been part of the set, because we also make the best camera people because of our rhythm. Watch any production, anytime you see they show the people doing the cameras, you'll see a lot of African Americans. Because our rhythm is better. You understand? Because when you got somebody in the control room going, okay, take 1, take 2, all right, cue camera 3, and 4, and 9. They're calling numbers. You got to be quick. We have rhythm. That matters. You understand? That matters. I've shared with you as someone who was a choreographer for many years. Well, you're never not a choreographer. So even though I'm not teaching anymore, I'm still a damn choreographer. All right. But people, I always know when I see a production piece, like even on an award show or something like that, where there's somebody's going to come out and perform, and they have dancers, and there's a dance number. I always know if the choreographer was involved in that. Because if they weren't, I'm throwing things at the TV. Because if the choreographer was involved, because the choreographer doesn't just do the dance. The choreographer does the lighting, the staging, the costuming, all of it. And they work with the director of photography of how that's going to be shot when that artist comes out on stage now and performs. So you see Janet Jackson come out and do Control. Boom, you can learn the routine from beginning to the end because there was a choreographer right there going this shot, this shot, this shot, this shot, this shot. This pull away, this close up, now pull back, all that. I'm giving you that to lay foundation to help you understand what a deliberate act this was. And even if you had African people on set, they are probably Christian ass coons who are the most spineless amongst us. I always tell you, I'm not going to be changing on that because it's the truth. I'm not going to misrepresent the truth. And they're not activist. They're not martyrist. They're not sacrificial. You see, you've always got to be willing to go in and sacrifice yourself. I told you I've lost many jobs in my life, knowing when I got up that morning I'm going to lose my job today because I'm going in and represent the truth. But too many of you go into a room, well, I don't want to say nothing. If it was some black people on that set that caught it, they went home and I knew when the thing went to scandal, they're somewhere now saying, I saw it, but I didn't want to say nothing. I didn't want to lose my job. You are the worst type of human being, and you don't have any faith in God. Because when you represent righteousness, God will always be with you. Always. But you got to be willing to take that step. You got to be willing to. It's kind of like in the Indiana Jones movie. Which one was it? I don't know. Whichever one it was where Sean Connery was in it. And Harrison Ford is reading this scripture, we'll call it, and there's a path, but when he's standing it's just a cliff, and he's reading these words, and it says, and if you say this, a path will be laid out before you, and this, that, and he had to step on faith, and he stepped, and it was a step. He didn't go down into the ravine and shit. It's a good metaphor to bring of what I'm telling you about. You've got to be willing to step for righteousness at all times. What is right? Every soul comes to earth with right and wrong in its heart. You know instinctively. Nobody has to tell you. Nobody has to tell you. You see? But we have too many of our people who don't have that. Don't have it. Don't have it. And they're the main ones that will go up into those houses of death that they call churches and be jumping around like a damn savage on Sundays and claiming they're holy, filled, sanctified, and anointed. Wow. But this is worthy of the attention of the Jedi, because this to me is the final word on it. Because I always tell you, who gives a fuck what this white devil does? What are we gonna do? You've heard me say that. What are we gonna do? So while everybody's bitching and it's the main story and ha 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 and I'm over it, Puff Daddy, who I'm not the biggest fan of, but who cares? We always acknowledge righteousness. Has sort of blown through all the smoke and the dust. Diddy offers H&M model a $1 million contract with Sean John. Done. Like, fuck all y'all. I'm his brother. I got this little man. I got him. Come on, little man. Let me give you $1 million contract. This is the answer, everybody. Fuck what they do. You see what I'm saying? And it's so poetic because it's not just, he's not just somebody with a bunch of money. He actually has a clothing brand. So we can literally say, fuck you, H&M. We have Sean John, so he'll be modeling for them now, from now on. Thank you. You feel me? Oh, it's beautiful, everybody. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Again, you have to be able to stop throwing the baby out with the bathwater. You understand? How many of us, I sent Marcus something, you know, shout out to you, Marcus, in a comment that he had left, and I was saying, you know, I was using a metaphor of how nobody ever throws an orange out because there's a peel on it. We peel that damn orange and eat the goodness inside. You feel me? So, am I a fan of P. Diddy's fucking devilish ass eyebrows and his beady eyes? No, I am not. But that's me. You know, and I just get a shady energy from him, and there's other things that he's done over the years and whatever. But that don't matter. I can peel back that peel and say, this is the fruit inside in this moment. Hear me. Hear me. In the wake of the H&M drama, Diddy has posted a picture of the same young black model with the caption reading, "Coolest king in the world." I love it. According to Hip Hop Overland, or Overload, reports are that Diddy reached out to the young man in the photo and offered him a $1 million deal to sign with Sean John. We don't know if the boy has accepted yet. Listen, I don't know the boy and I don't know his family. I can tell you unequivocally they accepted. Done. Let us read on. And Diddy's team has not confirmed or commented. But if this turns out to be true, it's an amazing gesture by Diddy and a huge win for the culture. Indeed it is. And then there's the picture. There, it looks like it's an artist's rendering of the kid. Coolest king in the world. You feel me? And then that's the end of it. But yeah, and I'm over you, Serena, with your damn white ass husband and your white baby. I can't celebrate that. I just can't. That's another video, Jedi. It's another video. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Somebody says, put some respect on it. When you look at us, make sure you see royalty and supernatural God sent glory. Anything else is disrespectful. I love that. I love that. You know, you are who you say you are, everybody. You are who you say you are. You know? And I always tell you, how you think and speak about anything is how you react and respond to that. That's also for self. What you think and say about yourself is what you will manifest. You understand? You must know. You must know your worth as an individual and us as a people. Because there's no focus on anybody else but us from this fucking devil. Only us. Only us. All their cues for everything come from us. Who's their messiah? Oprah. They held up Bill Cosby higher than we ever did. Michael Jordan is a god to them. Kobe Bryant, what's his name? James. LeBron James. They love these people worse than we. All the music, the fashion, all of it comes from us. And yes, indeed, the architecture and the technology. Let your children know when they holding their fucking new ass phone that that doesn't exist without the fucking Congo. You understand? Let them know that this white devil is still raping the Congo for the coltan that comes out of that country. That every cell phone, every Bluetooth, every computer, every television, anything electronic cannot run without that mineral. That's from Africa, bitches. The mother of all sustenance to the earth is the continent of Africa. We are those people. No, our children don't need to be in a lowly H&M ad no matter what they put on us. It is beneath us. You must understand this. You see, everything is contextual. It's contextual. It's contextual. You're bringing a picnic to, you and your girl going to have a picnic, in the park. You don't bring macaroni and cheese. It's not the context for it. You see? You can have it. Especially if you got your ghetto card like me, I'll bring macaroni and cheese in a minute. But that's just, it's contextual. You must know your worth. We must know that any of their H&M and their anybody is beneath us. Their Versace, their Givenchy, their Chanel, their Louboutin, their Kenneth Cole, their Marc Jacob, anybody they're beneath us. Beneath. We're the first fashion houses ever because we're the first people to express fashion. You understand? They're still getting their ideas for textiles and so forth from Africa. Some fake ass designer goes over there or sends some of their designer house people and they take some photographs of some of our people and they come back. And oh my God, this new aesthetic is just amazing, and there it is on the Paris runway, and there it is at Fashion Week, and oh ha ha. They are not original at any fucking thing. Anything they're going to put out and produce, it has some link to us. Period. And even when it's not us, they've definitely stolen it from somebody else. If we want to believe the fiction of the moon landing, then we believe Hidden Figures. I don't say those women didn't do what they did. I'm sure they did. But that didn't get us to the moon, because ain't nobody been to the goddamn moon. Because you can't get to the damn moon. You can't. Damn it, you can't. You see? Because you can't get through the Van Allen radiation belts. You can't. Man has not come up with anything that can survive those radiation belts. They're like no other. Do you understand? As Muslims, we already knew this. That's been known for 1,500 years. You see? Because the Quran has been on earth for nearly 1,500 years. And Allah has said to mankind in the Quran that He has established a barrier that we cannot transgress from the earth. You see? Just in modern times, we know we can put a name on it. We know now that's the Van Allen radiation belt. They've not figured out how to get through that. No man can get through that. And most electronics can't even get through it because it fries them. You see? So even their greatest accomplishment, we put man on the moon, is some bullshit. You see? Now, the sisters, I'm sure, I didn't see the movie, but I'm sure that their calculations can still be valid. Because they wouldn't have known anything about the Van Allen radiation belt. You see? But their calculations would still be valid. This is how you can get your bitch ass to the moon. Go. If you can get through the Van Allen radiation belt. You see. And they're named for the white devil that allegedly discovered them. Somebody Van Allen is his last name. So, All of this is beneath us. This is why I walk with an air of assurance in my life. I can't tell you all growing up how many times white people have called me arrogant. I love that. You see what I'm saying? That means that my throne and my crown is visible to them. You understand? Because the only time somebody feels intimidated by you is when there's an air about you that is greater than them. Huh? Oh, you're arrogant. One of my grandmother's very good friends, white lady, fat white lady, named June Leader. She's the first one that ever started saying that about me when I was very young. He's just so damn arrogant. I didn't have any place to place that because, you know, I wasn't old enough, and sometimes you got to live and learn. And I was, you know, I didn't come into myself as a human being and know who I was and all those things, but it was stored. And later in life, I was like, fuck her. And but also I could see why she would say that, because I've always been self-assured. I know who I am. I know who I am. And I never thought anybody was greater than me or better than me. And as I lived and learned, that was verified. Indeed, nobody is greater than you. You are part of the greatest people that civilization has ever seen. Yes. 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 Rejoice. Rejoice. Know that you are a king. Represent that. And stand fixed upon your throne. I love it. So, we love what Diddy has done. We don't care how many more name changes he's going to have. We're over that. Alright, nobody cares. Alright. And, as I say, it's just beautiful that he actually has a clothing line that is well known, you know. And that he has given this young prince a $1 million contract with Sean John. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's why I'm doing this. I was like, oh shit, I love this. Damn it. I love 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 it. Because this is right in everything that I'm trying to preach to you. Fuck them. Ain't shit about what they do. But what are we gonna do? And if we could begin to understand that, we'll be in a better place. Every time we talk about a economic boycott, we still got motherfuckers that still can't get on board. You know? That's why I'm a big believer we got to have structures in place that make motherfuckers do the shit that's good for all of us. You see? No, you don't get to be an individual in this moment. You will do what we say because this is what's best for all of us. Period. There used to be a time when it didn't need to be that way. You know, when you look at the bus boycott of the 1950s, they walked. They walked. You see? And you didn't have Star Mika trying to get her bitch ass on the bus. And Kiwan. Nah. It was known. This is what we're doing as a people. So I tell you, you got to see yourself as your brother and your brother as yourself. When you do that, your whole response to your people changes. Well, that's my brother. That's my sister. I have to do this. Period. You got to expand your understanding of family as being greater than just your bloodline. You see? Indeed, we are all each other's bloodline. Our melanin testifies that we are the same people, that we are a family. Lastly, I'll say, they addressed this on the talk show The Real, and I was disappointed but not surprised when Lonnie said, well, watch this. How many of y'all are still going to shop at are going to stop shopping at H&M because of this? She just said it to their audience. Nobody clapped. Nobody clapped. Absolutely nobody. It wasn't like there was one clap. Okay, the sister, nah, you know. And their audience is not 100% African. In fact, it's mostly made up of a lot of Latinos, quite frankly, because I've been to that show, you know. Um, and and I watch it. So they show the audience, every day, and some days you have more black people in the audience than other days, etc., etc. That would just be normal. But the fact is, it doesn't matter that it wasn't an African American audience. The fact is that this is a wrong. So you don't have to be an African to say, I'm not going to shop there no more. You feel me? But that still doesn't matter. Because if we can't get African people to say, well, anybody, because it's got to be known, anybody that transgresses against us gets one shot to do that. You do it once and we're over you. Like once. That's it, and we're over you. So in my perfect world, it would be known by H&M brand that they will never ever see another African person anywhere in any of their stores, and certainly not wearing any of their fucking merchandise. But you are weak and pathetic. You are weak and pathetic. We need more of me's on the earth. We need more Jedis on the earth. That's what we need. Or you're going to have to get it together. Because we can't reproduce me. I'm a singular article. A lot of people say they broke the mold and they made me. Nah, they didn't even make a mold for me. They spit me out and said no more after this one. Done. So I will encourage you and plead with you to not take your bitch ass to H&M. But does that fall on deaf ears? And know that you are disrespecting your culture when you walk in that bitch. And if you can be okay with that, you're the worst type of human being, and you're definitely not related to us. And you're a fraud, and you should feel as such. And I hope they rip you off when you go in there. So, kudos to Diddy on this. And I don't know if we even know the name of the little boy in all of this dust up. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to that. But my hat is off. Because hopefully this young boy doesn't grow up to be some coon. You see, hopefully he realizes, and his parents or whoever's around him is able to tell him that he was in the center of something significant. This is historical in his life and indeed in the culture. Even though it's yet another thing, it still matters, and it's even more significant because of Diddy's response to it. That's the only reason to be famous and have money, is to do some shit like this. I love it. I love it. Last thing I want to say is this whole monkey reference, everybody. Probably the simplest way is just to quote Paul Mooney. One of the greatest comedic, defiant minds of our time. And I won't get his words exact, but Paul Mooney has said, as it relates to any references to us being monkeys, he says, take a good look at a monkey. A monkey has straight hair. Take a good look at a monkey. A monkey has light eyes. Take a good look at a monkey. A monkey has thin lips. Take a good look at a fucking monkey. I love it. I love it. I love it. And what I love about it the most is that it's the damn truth. It's the damn truth. So all this monkey crap, you feel me? Just, you see? And back in school, when they were trying to give this evolution bullshit, well, they start with a monkey and it ends up being a white man. Huh? I'm sure those images still exist. You see what I'm saying? The chart of evolution or some bullshit. It starts as a monkey or an ape or something like that, and they show it gradually rising and beginning to stand on its just 2 feet, and it becomes a fucking white devil. I ain't never seen no brother at the end of that shit. My point is, we shouldn't even be as outraged about the monkey reference, because they look like fucking monkeys. A monkey's got hair all over its fucking body. Take a good look at a monkey. Paul Mooney didn't even say that part. I just added that. You feel me? I don't know any brother that needs to shave their fucking back. Huh? But I've been in a few locker rooms where I've seen some white devils that definitely need some fucking Gillette and some shit or whatever the shit. You feel me? We should be put off by the intent. You see? But what we got to do is start taking control of the image. Let's start putting out some memes that have a monkey and a white devil. You feel me? Or you don't even need that. Just put up the fucking the evolution chart that I just described and just have it say evolution of the white man. You feel me? Because we know we were created by God. God said be. You understand? As he molded Adam out of black clay. So there was no evolution. I'm over it. And hopefully someone is intelligent enough to get to this little boy and show him a monkey and say, and then show him a white person and say, you see, they the monkeys, not you. You're a king. You see? You're a king. You're a king. And maybe that's why they had Tarzan to play the fucking white dude playing Tarzan. Feel me? We've been bitching over the years that they always have a white man play Tarzan. And I'm with that, but I'm just suggesting just now, because it just came to me as I'm talking to you, maybe we shouldn't really be that upset over that. You feel what I'm saying? Tarzan was swinging in the trees and all of it, not no brothers. So this whole monkey thing, you see, and a monkey has very limited intellect. Oh my God, that's the white devil. So, I'm not really going to be put off by the whole monkey thing, because I have the knowledge of understanding that the only people on the earth that are more like a fucking monkey is they white ass and not us. Contemplate that. This is the Jedi.